Just what exactly is Avengers Secret Wars, the upcoming film, pulling from when it comes to the comics? Is it Secret Wars 1 from the 80s and its sequel Secret Wars 2? Or is it the Jonathan Hickman 2015 run? Well, the Russo brothers tell us yes and no to both of those, because they got their own ideas. The directors of Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Infinity War, the Russo brothers, have provided new details and context in regards to how they're doing Doomsday and more specifically Secret Wars. So one thing that's been highly debated among fans is, which Secret Wars are you pulling from? Are you pulling from Secret Wars in 1984? Are you pulling from the Secret Wars sequel, Secret Wars 2, which came just a little bit after that? Or are you pulling from the Jonathan Hickman 2015 version? Well, thanks to the Russo brothers further elaborating on what they're doing, we kind of have an idea. And here's the statement, and I quote, "Well, we always create our own version of the story, so we use the comics as loose inspiration. But, you know, I grew up on the original run. That's something that got me into Marvel comic books. The Hickman run is also fantastic, and they're very different from each other in a lot of ways, so we'll draw inspiration from both of them." End quote. Okay, so the important takeaway here is that obviously it's inspiration. I think a lot of people are missing this. They're not basing their Secret Wars on 2015, not 1984, not its sequel. They got to do their own thing. And much like Civil War, which was Civil War more or less in name only, and much like Infinity War was Infinity Gauntlet, but very loosely, that's what they're going to do. So we can already see that some of the elements of both Secret Wars have played into the buildup, especially the likes of 2015. I mean, with the leaked concept art, we can clearly see Hickman's influence with Doctor Doom. We can see the influence of Battle World. Like, that's all in there. So they're going to take those ideas and other ideas that they've already explored, like incursions, for example. And then you got the anchor beams, which was recently added. And they're going to kind of meld all that into one, which is their version of Secret Wars. And I think that this is really great because it keeps us on our toes, and they're not forced to stick to one version, 1-to-1, or even like 50%, because again, then you just run into so many problems, because people are going to expect, oh, we want this from this Secret Wars. Well, what if that character's not in the story? You know, you gotta do loose adaptations and use it as inspiration, but do your own twists and turns, because you're not directly copying and mimicking what came before. And I think that it's great that they're really just going to kind of look at everything and go, okay, what works in terms of this MCU story and what doesn't? Because Secret Wars in the MCU is nowhere near as big as it is in the comics, because it can't be, because there's not as much content to pull from and build off of. Thank you for checking out that video, and thank you for your continued support. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, do whatever you will, and if you're so inclined and would like some additional content from us, which includes unfiltered content and bonus discussions, we do offer exclusively in our member section. We hope to see you there. So thank you for watching, and have a good one.